There's a new me coming out, and I just have to live, and I wanna give. I'm completely positive. I think this time around I am gonna do it like you never knew it. Oh, I'll make it through. The time has come for me to break out of the shell. I have to shout that I am coming out.
Welcome to the show Never Too Late Ever, where we focus on making the next chapter of your life the very best chapter ever. I am your host, Lorraine Hoving from It's About Time, and I am so glad you are joining us today. This day will change your life. Open your heart, your ears, and listen, and you will find a gem, a treasure that you can apply to your life today. And today I've got Janet back with me, and you probably heard her from last week, and if you haven't, I would say go back there because she's a dynamo. Hi Janet, how are you today?
Hello, Lorraine. It is so nice to talk with you again.
I'm excited. So let me tell you a little bit about Janet. She is a rock star and an influencer with an incredible passion and energy for creating a massive ripple effect. And if you listened last week, you will know why she says this, of positive energy and awesomeness throughout the world. For over 14 years, she has developed and operated children's summer programs, creating incredible experiences for thousands of kids and their families. She recently created INPact Academy, which includes the DRIP program and includes life skill training. She is an inspirational speaker and speaks with many audiences, both live and virtually, on the power each of us has to be a drip that rips and not a drop that plops. What excites her most are the stories she hears and shares in interviews with people around the world on the positive impact they are making through kindness, compassion, and connection. She lives in New York with her husband. She has 3 grandchildren, and you're called Gra. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep, that's the name they picked for me.
Gra. I love it. She believes we have all been placed here on purpose, and we deserve to live life full out, healthy, vibrant, and to be forever lifelong learners committed to making an impact on the lives of others. Well, welcome, Janet. How are you? You said you were doing good. That's what you said, because you are positive like I am. And last week we discovered that we have the same rare blood. That was interesting.
That was a rarity, and that makes the honor of meeting you even that much more. We're blood.
Yes. We'll have to meet in person sometime. Oh, we've only met virtually, but it's been wonderful. So today you've entitled your show, Unleash Your Inner Awesomeness and Shine. Now is never too late. Unleash your inner awesomeness and shine. Tell me about that. How do we release our inner awesomeness? Because somebody out there in the audience is going, I'm not very awesome. There's nothing special about me. But you and I both believe there's something special about every person on this call today that's listening to this program. So talk to that person that's feeling that they don't have anything awesome in them.
I love this. So this is just so exciting and such juice. And the reason is because each and every one of you, and I'm speaking to the audience, each and every one of you has been specifically designed and has been placed with gifts that have been sown in your heart that no one else has, to be here right now on purpose, for a purpose, and with a purpose. And our job right now is to identify what it is that makes you so authentically, amazingly you. And to find what that is to find those things that you do that light you up from the inside, and then do more of that. Hone in on what makes Janet, what makes Lorraine. And the best gift that we can give to our children is when they start showing signs of what their power is. I call it the power, their personal outstanding ways. And you start to massage it and I don't want to say allow it, but, enhance it and give them those opportunities to explore and shine. Each one of us has that gift. Each one of us has that ability to make an impact on another life by the gifts that we have. So find those things that light you up and do more of that.
Right. And that's very good, because everybody, I believe everybody is created individually and everybody has a purpose. But it's just that some people, every once in a while, life has been so hard on them and they feel defeated. And so I think that doing that self-evaluation is important. And when they feel stuck, how do they get out of being stuck so they can say, well, you're a speaker and you're working with people, so I get it. But they're at home, or maybe they're later on in life and going, what in the world is going on? I feel stuck and not on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So
I call that
is there an exercise that you would have them do?
Yes, 100%. I call it the Tigger versus the Eeyore syndrome. So there's always going to be those people that are just bouncing off the wall, and then there's the Eeyore. Those people where they just feel like, there's this gray and dark cloud that's just always going to be hanging over me. And there's a lot of hardship out there. There is a lot that people are getting hit with over and over and over, where they sometimes get to the point and say, like, enough. You've tested me enough. I can't take another minute of this. But when you work at creating and setting yourself up for some success, one thing that you need to do, that you and I both have a passion for, is taking care of your body, physically and mentally. Now, physically, making sure that you're hydrating and that you're taking care of this body. We only have one body, right? Before we start our dirt nap, forever.
Right.
So we have to make sure that we're maintaining our health as best as we possibly can. Movement will help you change your mindset as well.
Yes.
So for those people that, especially now, you're inside, people are not as active, get out into nature. I have somebody that I work with who is an ecotherapist who does nature therapy. It is wonderful. So there's things that you need to do. Fuel your mind with books, read books, listen to books on tape, podcasts, motivational, put on music that makes you dance, anything that will help inspire you to get you out of, and in all honesty, do something kind for someone. That helps flip your switch, because then you realize that I'm not so stuck.
Right. In other words, this is what I heard, is you don't stay stuck. Begin to look for ways to yourself. Like for me, what Janet said was very important, is if I'm feeling a little bit kind of like a little clouds over my head, which I don't feel often, but if I do, my best therapy is what she called nature therapy. If I get out, I get perspective again, looking at nature or birds or dogs, just being outside, or water. And then I like how she had you filling your mind with books and tapes. You can sit a little bit and feel sorry for yourself, but if you sit in it for days and days, let me tell you, you don't get out of it without taking some action, like Janet was just talking about, because you are worth it. You are worth it, and you do have value, and there's only one of you. So what is one of the most important life skill lessons for all people to learn? This was one of your questions you wanted me to ask. So I want to know, what is that skill, that most important life skill?
The power of gratitude, as far as changing your mindset. And it starts the minute you wake up with 5 statements of gratitude, something that you're grateful for. For me, it always starts off with, thank you. I'm so grateful for the air that I have in my lungs today to try, so that I have another day that I can make an impact, or that I can take my dog for a walk, or whatever it is. And then as soon as my feet hit the floor, we've been given 2 feet for a reason, so that we could say the ultimate prayer, that being thank you. So with every footstep, thank you, thank you. And it just sets your mind up into success. And before I go to bed, there's an activity that I do in my gratitude journal, so that I'm then reflecting on that which happened in my day, good, bad, or ugly. And then I pick the best thing that happened in my day. And it just gives you an opportunity to now put your mind into a positive state before you go into slumber. So that's something that's really important. And I'm going to stress again the importance of hydration. I just have to tell people it's a simple thing. Drink your water. Your body is craving hydration. So often we don't realize what it does for our mental mindset and what it does for just our bodies in general. So staying hydrated is also a very simple technique that just literally can really change your day. But the power of gratitude is so enormous.
Yeah. And I love that reminder about staying hydrated. And what I realized as you were talking, everything is a choice. So if you're feeling stuck out there, there is a choice that you have. You have a choice to stay hydrated. So great. Janet reminded you whether you have to put an 8-cup pitcher in your fridge right now, but staying hydrated is important. You think it isn't, but it is. And then I love this power of gratitude, because again, it's your choice. If we focus on things to be thankful for, they will get bigger. If we focus on negative, I have noticed in my life that negative, I will start to see more negative things and more negative things. So focus on the gratitude, the things that we're thankful for. And there are so many things to be thankful for. What is the importance of the stories you share? When you share a story, Janet, what is so important about that? And what are some of the stories that you share? Are they about children, or tell us some stories?
Some great stories. So insofar as INPact Academy features stories that I have learned from kids, adults, and businesses who have jumped in to make an impact in the world, doing great things for great people. And it started with a 12-year-old girl who had heard about a teacher in her school who has a special ability child. We call it special ability, not disabilities, right? So special ability child who wanted so badly to learn how to ride a tricycle. However, needed an adaptive tricycle that was very, very expensive. So upon hearing this girl and a few of her friends went out and raised money so that she could present her teacher with a check so that she could go out and get this tricycle for her son. And to me, that was a ripple, like I talked about last week. And these stories have kept coming back more and more. A woman in Utah put together a foundation to serve people in Guatemala and to help expand teens and their power and their service, and to provide them with these opportunities to see what else is out there outside the bubble that they live in. We'll take them on trips to Guatemala, often bringing with her 2,000 backpacks that have been donated so that she could provide food and different things, supplies, to families over in Guatemala. Ripple. And what I found is that there are stories after stories after stories of people making an impact in this world, an intentional, positive action. And it's with those stories that start to bring people out of that stuckedness, that I call it, right? Getting pulled out of that, because they realize that, you know what, you can have the power to do something and make a difference. And it's those stories that just continue to just bring light to the goodness and awesomeness that truly is out there. And everybody has a story. And sometimes it just takes someone like yourself or myself to identify it and pull it out, when right now the world is getting completely slammed through social media and TV with continuous negative news. Let's shine some light on that which is good happening in the world.
Absolutely. And like you, I believe everybody has a story, and everybody has a story that serves somebody else and bring around that ripple effect that Janet's talking about. So explain that ripple effect one more time if somebody didn't hear it last week, because you said What was that again? Yeah.
Be